In today's video, we finally tackled the license plate lighting for the JDM rear bumper, and stick around because this will apply for the Evo 4, 5, 6, all the way up to the Evo 10. I think this is the best idea I have for lighting, so stick around and watch this video. So yes, I know this might sound simple and it's just lighting, but ever since I went to Japan, I really liked how their style with LEDs and their license plate in specific was always super bright. Like, I'm not even kidding, the cars were all super bright. Their LEDs and their lighting was always on point. And one of the things that I always said I wanted was my license plate to be super bright, shining on the floor. And I know this is probably like something super simple for all of you guys. You guys might be like, bro, it's just lighting. But for me, it's important. And I think this is honestly the best solution ever. It's a light that literally is the whole assembly with LEDs. I don't know if you guys can see it or the camera will capture that. But as you guys saw, it's literally full of LEDs inside. I think it has more than 20 LEDs inside. And this piece right here is made for Evo 10s when I found it. But then I figured that it will be the same piece even for Evo 8s and Evo 4s. Like I said, I don't know for Evo 3s or Evo 2s or Evo 1s even. But this assembly will literally just bolt into your OEM assembly, which is this one for the Evo. In my case, this whole housing, when they painted the rear bumper, not the JDM one, like previous to me, this car wasn't a rear accident. When they painted it, you can see that they freaking painted the whole clear. So one of these pieces was like 40 bucks at the dealer. I got this for 20 bucks, brand new, and it's gonna bolt on right through there, and it's gonna literally be like straight fit. Like, I don't have to wire anything. This is gonna go into the socket, the electrical socket, and it's literally gonna light up, hopefully. I mean, I haven't done it yet, but if you guys are looking or interested on getting this, I will link it in the description and even in the comments. You guys could get this. I think it was like 20 bucks, which is a huge deal. Again, you could get one of these brand new for like 40 from the dealer, and they don't have the lighting yet. Or you could just get this, and this is probably gonna be super bright. So enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and race a car. We have to remove the bumper. And I'm gonna explain why we have this new bracket for the license plate, so we could go ahead and install the license plate correctly, and we could do the lighting. All right, so before we continue, I do want to show you guys how the current lighting setup is set up and how it looks, because I thought it was going to be way better when I did it, but it honestly didn't turn out that great. But let me show you guys. So let me turn off the light. So this is how it looks with the lights off. And I know it does look super bright or whatever the case might be. And I know let me turn up the ISO a little bit so you guys can see. It does shine pretty bright on the floor. But the main function of it is to shine on the license plate. And as you can see, the license plate is, it's not that lit. I know I'm pumping up the ISO on the camera, so it does look lit. But if I showed you guys exactly how it looked, it's not that bright at all. And one of the things I really dislike is that the way I did the lighting, you see that it's not shining just on the plate. There's light that's escaping behind the bumper. So I'm not sure if that makes sense, but it's only supposed to shine here, but when I'm driving the car at night, you can see the lights on the outside, which I didn't like at all. It's kind of like weird, you know, it's like if I have underglows underneath the car. But we're gonna switch that out today, and I think I honestly have the best solution for all Evos, and I'm talking about Evo 4 all the way up to Evo 10, and maybe even Evos 2s and 3s. Alrighty, so the car is all raced up. I do have to remove the JDM rear bumper. If you're interested in knowing how to install, remove, or whatever the case might be, I already made a video. I'll put it up here on the right side so you can see the JDM rear bumper install. Alrighty, now that the bumper is completely removed, the first thing I want to make sure before we continue all of this is make sure that the lights actually work. So this was my solution previous. I don't want to talk about it. I just didn't like it. It did light pretty well, but like I said, the light was seeping through the back and I didn't like that. It didn't look right whatsoever. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one of these bulbs, these LED bulbs that I had before. These are totally fine. If you're not looking for that extra like lighting on your license plate, these are totally fine and this solution actually worked. But now what I'm going to do is connect the other ones that I just bought and make sure that first that they do turn on and they do connect exactly how they say online. So let's go ahead and do that. And there you can see what a huge difference. It's actually like pure white compared to the light, like kind of like 6000K blue. This is actually like a 5K, bro. This is gonna look insane. Insanely bright. That's crazy. If I was to block this one off, look at how much light that's portraying. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but this is this light, and now if I was to block this one off, look at how little light that is. Just by looking at the floor, look at this difference. That's that light, that's this light. This is about to look crazy. So definitely works. Now what I'm gonna do is obviously continue with the install. So let me go ahead and turn them off, but that's insane, what a difference. Alrighty, so what's the plan for the lighting? So what we're going to be doing is, I had already modified this bracket. This is the bracket that you will use to swap to your JDM bumper. And I had modified this bracket. As you can see, I cut it up so the lights could aim down, but that plan didn't work so well. So I ended up getting a brand new bracket from Mitsubishi, a brand new part. This is the part number if you do need it. Ended up getting this, so we are going to use these tabs that I had cut off from the one that I had. So we're going to use these tabs, and we're also going to use the USDM plate and light holder. I did buy the JDM bumper bracket, which should bolt on and does bolt on directly to this. But even though I have this bracket, there's a couple of problems. One, the bolts are not gonna line up with the US license plate. The Japanese plate is a little bit wider, so I will only be able to put one bolt on my license plate. And two is I wouldn't be able to use the lights that I have for the USDM bumper. So this is for sale if you want it. I'm not gonna use it. So what we're going to be doing is just removing this old bracket, putting this bracket here, and then we'll mess up with these tabs right here. We'll cut here, we'll rivet this to here, just making a short explanation, and then we will be able to put the lights. But we do have to bend and play with these two brackets right here. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll explain how I did it. Alrighty, so first of all, excuse the dirty bumper, Jesus. But this is the bracket installed on the JDM bumper, literally OEM, no bends or anything. And as you can see, it's very forward. But this bracket right here, which is a USDM one, will rivet with the holes. I don't know if you guys can see that. And look at how out it is. So my job right now is going to be to bend these brackets back. As you can see, they're tilted. The goal is to bend them back and for me to be able to fit this bracket right under here. I don't know if that's making sense. And then the license plate will go here. And my goal, again, I know I'm a little bit OCD with everything. My goal would be for the license plate to be literally perfectly aligned with that edge right there. So like that. So obviously in here, but I can't do that right now. But you guys get what I mean, like right there with that edge would be perfect. It will look nice and even and it will look sort of OEM. So let's go ahead, I'll bend them and everything, and then I'll show you guys the finished result. Alrighty, so the bracket is in and I've already cut the tabs that I explained with the grinder. This is more or less what I've cut. You guys could more or less get an estimate. So what I did was bend these brackets back. As you can see, they're a little bit messed up with the plier, but I bent them back, so now they're sort of straight. And I attach my license plate to the bracket itself. What I'm doing is basically putting the license plate, I don't know if you guys can see, and making sure that it fits through. And now what I'm running into, I did say that I wanted it to be flush in the edge, and on the other side you can obviously see that. But what I'm running into is that it might hit the lights for the license plate. So I'm gonna go ahead right now and install the lights to see what my clearance is. Alrighty, so the lights are all assembled. It even came with a brand new gasket. You see how this is all squeezed? Like the one that it came, it's like way thicker. So I'm gonna bolt it up to the bracket, but just wanted to show you guys. And then when you do put this on the socket, you're gonna push all of this wire inside and just twist the socket in here. So it's actually a complete sealed unit. All right, so as you can see, we mounted the license plate and the LEDs to the bracket itself. Now, what I'm telling you guys to check the fit is to just put it in all the way to the top, and then you see these holes right here. Those holes are gonna rivet this bracket to this bracket itself. Now what I'm checking is for clearance. So as you can see right now, I can't go any higher because these bolts right here are causing it to stop. So either I have to cut more of this tabs right here, or I need to be content with the way it is right now. What's concerning me is the LED bulbs. I still have to consider the harness that has to go through here, and I also have to concern the plug that's gonna go into here, that it doesn't hit with this bracket right here. I should be good the way it is right now. If I could go a little bit higher so it could be flush with that edge that I mentioned earlier, it will be perfect. But let's go ahead and flip the bumper out so I can show you guys the way it's looking right now. Alrighty, so after much time spent messing around with the bracket, bending it back and forth and trying to get it perfect, I got it as close as possible. Let me show you guys. This is as high as I could go with it. So it is not perfectly flush with the thing, but that is pretty freaking close if you ask me. Like, that's centered and pretty perfect in my eyes. So now what I'm gonna do is actually, let me take this out so I can show you guys. As you guys can see, this license plate right here has some holes. The way it was held OEM was with rivets. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this license plate, drill the hole on the brackets, the tabs that are coming out, and I'm gonna rivet it exactly like that. So this assembly is gonna be part of the bracket in the back of the bumper, and it's just gonna be sitting there. So I can remove my license plate, do everything like it was OEM. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me drill through the bracket, rivet the holes, and then I will show you guys the end result. Dude, the fitment and the height of this license plate couldn't have been better. Like, this is literally perfectly centered. I know it's not on the edge how I wanted, but if not, all of this part would have been hidden, and even my tag, which is very important here in Florida. So I had to lower it a little bit, but you can see that it's literally super straight, no issues whatsoever. Thanks to Giselle for the brand new license plate. Emerge Media is something you guys will hear about very soon. Means a lot to me, a project I've been working on for a while already. And of course, my Instagram, you guys could follow me, Chris Corberry. But man, look at the way the license plate came out. Super centered. Before, it was like all the way raised, and I hope I recorded something or have a picture of it. It was like all the way to the top, hidden. My tag was hidden. Like, this is literally super perfect. Now look at the lighting again, which is important. The lighting is perfect right below the plate. And then this is the rear, just in case you guys care. The rivets are there and it's holding it perfect. So now all I have to do is install, obviously, the bumper back on, connect the harness, which I have to route again through the bumper. And then once we install the bumper, we will turn on the lights and hopefully everything is good and I get the lighting that I wanted before. Alrighty, so just like that, I already have the harness connected to the lights over here. And as you can see, I used the OEM clips that it had already with the bolts, and I just used the OEM spots. And then with the rest, remember the USEM has the lights to the side on both sides. I actually have the bumper right there. Those are the lights I'm talking about. Since that's already deleted, I just put it together and zip tied it. On this side, zip tied it, and then this harness that's going down is the one that connects to the actual harness of the car to provide power to the license plate lights. So finally, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and install this on the car. Alrighty, so just like that, the bumper is on. Let me sit here so you can see how straight that plate came out. It literally came out perfect. I'm not sure if you guys can see everything, but it's literally perfect. So bumper, headlights are on and everything. I haven't seen how it looks with the tail lights on. So that was the point of this whole freaking project. So let's go ahead and turn on the tail lights. All right, so Giselle's gonna do the honors. Let me go ahead and turn off the light and go ahead. Dude, what a major difference. Dude, that changes the whole rear of the car. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't know if you guys could see. Holy crap. It's so bright, but again, it gives it, and I don't know, let me see if I could bump up the ISO. That's too much ISO, but it's really bright. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. That looks insane. It looks, oh my God, it looks exactly how I wanted it to look. So bright. Jesus Christ. There you guys can see on the bottom. It is insanely bright, like insane. Look at the plate, and that's exactly what I meant. So now we're only getting light here. We're not getting that underglow, you know, that we had before below or behind the bumper. It's literally perfect. It looks super good. I'm gonna record it with the lights on. You guys see like how bright that is, even with the lights on. Like, look at how the plate just like shines and glows. Whew. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, I know this is a simple video of just like license plate lights, but little details like this, like, honestly change everything in a car. Like, I'm like in awe. Like, look at this. Like, at night, just imagine the car rolling, how good that's gonna look. Like, it's gonna look so good. And like, again, minor details like this are what complete a build. I'm not saying that by any means my build's complete or that it's like a suit, but it's just little details like this honestly change everything. And I really love that. Like, I'm like, I don't know what to say, but it looks so good. So good. Anyways, let's go ahead and end the video there. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. Honestly, like, simple shit like that makes me happy. Like, I honestly like paying attention to detail, and those are little things that, like, I honestly wish, like, if you guys ever get to see the Evo in person at night, tell me to turn on my tail light so you guys could see exactly what I mean. Like, every single Evo person I know, every single Evo friend I have, you have to purchase these. Like, if you don't have them, like, it makes a world of a difference. It looks so good. It's exactly what I mentioned about being in Japan, and all the license plates and all the lights just look like so glowy and so perfect. And here in the United States, everything looks like so dull, so yellow, and I don't know. Whatever, call me crazy, call me whatever you want. I'm gonna end the video there. It's already super late. I'm gonna edit this video right now. It's Saturday and it has to go up tomorrow. And it's been a long day, so I have to edit this video for you guys. If you guys do the license plate, please send me before and afters to my Instagram, because I just love the way they look. Like, I would love to see your before and afters. Send them to my Instagram, Chris Gorberry, and I would love to see them. So I'm going to be ending the video there. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Like always, keep grinding, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next weekend. Take care.